In this video, you will learn about different strategies to reduce the effect of air pollutants. First, have a look at the air pollutants which we discussed in our previous video. What were those pollutants? Number one, carbon dioxide. Number two, carbon monoxide, methane, oxides of nitrogen, and oxides of sulfur. We have discussed all these in our previous video. Today, we will discuss how to minimize the effect of these pollutants. So first of all, the major problem caused by these pollutants is greenhouse effect. Our two major sources of greenhouse effect are number one, carbon dioxide, and number two is methane gas. How they cause greenhouse effect? Actually, rays coming from the sun, they strike the surface of earth and they reflect back. But they are unable to escape this environment because there is a thick blanket of methane gas and carbon dioxide. So this blanket of carbon dioxide and methane, it absorbs those reflected radiations, which in turn increase the temperature of earth, which is called global warming. So global warming is related to number one, temperature of earth is increasing, number one, and number two, unexpected weather changes. For example, lot of rains when we don't need rains, and when we need rains at that time it doesn't rain. So this type of changes is called global warming. uh, this is actually due to increased concentration of methane gas and number two, carbon dioxide gas. So now let's discuss how to minimize the effect of these two gases. Carbon dioxide. How we can minimize the effect of carbon dioxide? Number one, we have to grow more trees, plant more trees so they absorb carbon dioxide. Number two, manage the livestock farming. So elimination of methane gas is minimized and carbon dioxide as well. Also, decrease the use of fossil fuels. How we can reduce this? Shift towards electric cars so that there is less burning of fossil fuels, and also use hydrogen fuel cells in the cars so we use less fossil fuels. And instead of burning coal and other fossil fuels to generate electricity, we should use renewable energy resources like wind, solar, hydroelectric, etc. In this way, we can reduce the quantity of carbon dioxide, which will reduce the effect of global warming. Uh, how we can reduce carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides? These two pollutants are coming from car engines, because in the car, oxygen and nitrogen from there, it's burning and that produces nitrogen oxides. And likewise, incomplete combustion inside the car engine produces carbon monoxide. So these two are toxic gases. So cars are equipped with a catalytic converter. Okay? A catalytic converter contains platinum catalyst. You can see catalytic converter, it combines carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxide and converts them into nitrogen and carbon dioxide gas. These two are obviously non-toxic gases. They are not as much harmful as carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxide. So just let me repeat it. Catalytic converter is fitted with the cars. It contains platinum catalyst, which combines carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides, and it converts into nitrogen gas and carbon dioxide gas. So in this way, you can reduce these two pollutants, carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides. Sulfur dioxide is another pollutant which is a threat for us. Sulfur dioxide comes from coal burning because sulfur is present as an impurity there. Sulfur dioxide, it causes acid rain. So mainly it comes from industries because factories use coal, and obviously not very good quality coal they use. They use a cheaper quality coal which contain a lot of sulfur. So it produces a lot of sulfur dioxide. So what measures we take to reduce this sulfur dioxide? Factories, they fit different chemicals to desulfurize their flue gases. Like the chimneys of factories are equipped with calcium carbonate. When heated, calcium carbonate decomposes and it forms calcium oxide. Calcium oxide is obviously a basic oxide. This calcium oxide reacts with sulfur dioxide, which is being produced in the chimneys, and calcium oxide and sulfur dioxide, they form calcium sulfite, and it's a solid powder which it trickles down. So we can reduce SO2. We have removed SO2 going to the upper atmosphere, and we have converted that SO2 into calcium sulfite. Methane gas was another pollutant which we discussed in our previous video. Methane gas is also a greenhouse gas. It causes global warming. So how we can reduce? Just by managing our livestock farms on scientific basis. Like, do not throw the animal dung into open. Rather, we should collect that animal dung and we should convert that into biogas. So do not let methane gas to escape into the upper atmosphere in this. Hope you got the concept. Do like, share, and subscribe our channel.